What's going on, guys? So today we have another battle box. This one is a smaller one and we're just gonna jump right into it. Today I have a Kancept knife. I think this one is called the Warrior, and you can see that I'm holding it in my left hand because it is a lefty specific knife, a lefty frame lock, which is interesting, and I've been using it on and off. I've had this for a couple months now and it's weird. It's weird cutting things lefty. I'm definitely not used to it, but you know, practicing and training, I suppose. God forbid anything ever happened to my right hand, I'd be prepared, right? Anyway, you guys will see a video on that in the future. Let's put that off to the side. Go ahead and open this up. So, right off the bat, I see some socks peeking here. You know, it's so funny. I'm such like an adult, because socks are exciting. You know, I mean, you know, the old-timey joke, Christmas time comes and the kids are gonna get socks and underwear and they don't care. Like, oh God, I don't want clothes, I just want toys, right? Well, as an adult, you know, buying your own socks and really just appreciating a nice, comfortable pair of socks, totally different. Very different thing. So if you guys ever want to get me some socks for Christmas, right on. So it is time. You have received Mission 75 of BattleBox. Spring is upon us and the coronavirus madness is still the talk of each and every day, but not today. Today we get to add to your preparations. As I said last year, if what's been going on in all of our lives lately hasn't opened your eyes to the importance of prepping, where have you been? Not you though, because you have a battle box before you that puts you at an advantage. So let's not continue with my rambling and get on with the breakdown of Mission 75. And this one is for May 2021. So I don't want to do any kind of peeksies because I just want to see. I want to see what's going on. So yeah, let's start there. Let's start with the socks here. So, Wildly Good, lightweight merino wool socks. Wool socks are fantastic. Are these 100%? I don't know, medium large, which is a men's 9 to 12. I wear in and around, like a 12 is the lowest I would go. I usually do like a 12 double wide, or I'll do like a 13 or something. I got a fat wide foot. But technically I'm about like maybe an 11.5 to 12 if my foot wasn't as wide. But anyway, so 80% merino wool, which is fantastic. I don't know if I have socks that are 100% wool. I might have one pair. And I, you know, of course, different variations too. I think I have socks that are like 20% wool, big old socks I use for my boots. But anyway, 16% polyester, 2% nylon, 2% spandex, 100% guaranteed. These are cool. These socks are made in Rutland, Maine. Wildly Good. So nice. Seems like a good little balance for socks. They feel comfortable. They feel soft. I mean, the big thing with wool, a lot of people don't like it because it's itchy. You get 100% wool for things. It's, you know, it's kind of scratchy and itchy and stuff, but this feels very, very comfortable. All right, what else do we have here? Speed hook. I love fishing stuff. Pan fishing. Interesting. I don't think I've seen this before. Stainless steel construction made with number 6 bronze hook and 6-pound test line. What is this? Before strike, always bait hook before setting to prevent injury. Okay, after. Oh, that's really interesting. All right, so this actually, it looks like this comes together. All right, pinches together, so there's a lot of tension on there. And when the fish gives a little nibble on there, it separates, which sets the hook. So this looks like another one of those like self-fishing type products. Speed hook is illegal to use in Minnesota and Canada. Okay, well that's important to know. All right, well if you happen to be a fan of BattleBox and you're in Minnesota, I guess you'll have to pass on this one. This is really, really fascinating. I definitely have to try this. It says like specifically for panfish, which is interesting. I fish a lot of bluegill. Most of my fishing is largemouth bass and bluegill. I do fish other lakes and ponds and stuff that have all kinds of things, and you know, perch and pickerel and all kinds of other fish, but that's really like 90+% of what I'm fishing for. All right, so next we have, looks like some freeze-dried food. Peak Refuel. I haven't seen this brand before. 2 servings, just add water. This one is chicken pesto pasta with chicken and, white chicken with ziti noodles and creamy pesto sauce. So this is just another freeze-dried meal. These are fantastic if you're hiking and stuff. Just bring in this food, bring in some water. My wife has been watching a lot of like hiker videos lately. She wants to, get back out there and do some camping, which I think is fantastic. I think at some point we do some camping this summer. As I mentioned in a previous video, she got another tent, so maybe I'll do a video on that in the future as well. Just kind of looking through it a little bit. Seems like a totally different setup than what we're used to. But she's watching like all these videos on YouTube, people who hike the Appalachian trails and all these things. And it's really fascinating. It's like really, really fascinating. The biggest thing that I learned is a lot of those people don't take a gun. Not because they don't want them or don't like them, but it just weighs too much. People are hiking hundreds of miles. What's also interesting is a lot of times they're not making their own fires and stuff. A lot of times they prefer like little gas stoves, and all they're doing is boiling water and adding it to stuff like this, and that's all their food. This way they don't have to actually cook much. They don't have to, clean up as much. They don't have to, in adverse conditions, try to make a fire, from flint and steel and stuff. So it's fascinating. I have to say, if you're into outdoorsy things and hiking things and all that kind of stuff, you should definitely be watching other people who actually hike, like pretty much I want to say for a living. It's obviously a hobby, but people who really do thousands of miles of hiking, or at least hundreds of miles of hiking through these major trails and stuff and over mountains, those are the people that know what's up, because they do it, and they do it all the time, and they know it's easier, you know what I mean? And they're super, super conscious of weight and stuff. So, I mean, for my purpose, we go camping, doesn't really matter. I can do whatever I want. I can make a little, flint and steel fire because it's fun. And if I fail at it, or if it's raining or something, I can break out a lighter, or I can break out a stove, which I'll have. Weight is not an option because we're not trekking hundreds of miles, But it's still super fascinating to watch that kind of stuff. So definitely worth checking out. So what is this? Wildly Goods, 20% off. There's the code if you want to use that for the Wildly Goods products, for the socks. It's pretty cool. And, where am I going next? I'm gonna go with this flashlight. What's going on with this flashlight here? All right, so hybrid light. This is the Mammoth hybrid solar 400 lumen light. Charges mobile devices as well with a USB port. Also with micro USB port for rapid charging. So that's really cool. Obviously, having any kind of solar powered stuff is very advantageous. I may or may not do another video on this in the future. We'll see. But this is stuff like this, again, it's just really useful. I don't purposely go out and source things like this. Like if I'm at a store or looking online, looking on Amazon, I don't buy stuff like this. I trade for a lot of stuff like this, and these type products that come in these monthly boxes, that's how I get exposed to them. You know what I mean? I've never thought, oh, maybe I should buy a solar flashlight, But when I get one in a trade, or in this case, get one in a box or something to try out, that's when I actually get to try these things. And to be honest, half the time, I fall in love with them. Sometimes it's a dud. Sometimes, like, random products like this, I'm just like, I don't have a use for that. And I don't, you know what I mean? But sometimes it's really, really cool, and I never would have thought of it. That's why I like random stuff like this. I know some people don't. But that is really, really cool. So definitely going to play with that later. Moving on, we have, something's tucked back here. What is this? Coupon code. All right, so there's another coupon code for this particular item. What is this? We gotta break into this and see. It looks like a flashlight. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Where's our lefty knife? I have to use lefty. Of course, I don't have to use a lefty. I can use a righty. I've just been trying to use a lefty. All right, let me use it. I don't know if I want to reuse this container or not. It does have a pull thing, but that's not fun. Who's doing that, right? Let's go ahead and just cut into it. Whoa, of course. Things go flying. All right, let's push this back here for a second. Get all these parts out of here. I have no idea what this is. I can't really tell. I want to say it's a flashlight. There's all kinds of funky parts going on. Break this out. Okay. Tactical light system. Oh, laser bright modular tactical light system. All right, so. Wow, all right, so there's different colors and stuff. That's a fascinating idea. What's this? Replacement batteries, strip of 4. Ooh, that's handy. That's actually really handy how that's packaged there. All right, so how the heck does this thing work? This is literally a modular flashlight system. That's kind of cool. It's something completely different. I've never seen this before. So it looks like you could just use, I'm assuming it's using, watch batteries. That's why they're in here. All right, let's see if I can get this thing working. What is this? All right, here's that instructions, which are important, and the coupon code. So if you want to check that out, that's that. All right, so use a coin to partially unscrew the battery cover. So where is that? Hold on, I gotta figure this out. Where is the battery thing? Oh. Okay, so that's on. So I guess this whole piece is the battery thing. Unscrew this. Turn that off. I guess that's what I need to get to. I need a coin. All right, hang on, let me grab a coin. All right, grab the Kennedy $50 here. Let's see, so, okay. Turn that a little bit. What does that do? Push the other end of the helix through the loop of the battery cap. Oh, helix instruction. Oh, this is just for this. Okay. All right, well, you know, I'm not gonna mess with this right now, but that seems interesting. Again, having a modular system. This is something Christina loves to play with, so I'm sure she'll get down later and learn all about it and then tell me about it. So let's see, we have glow domes, threaded loop, the helix loop, then there's a magnet end. I don't know if that comes with this particular kit or not. There's another black loop. Interesting. Obviously there's spare batteries. Looks like you can get all kinds of accessories and stuff on the site, on the website. So, and they have a bunch of colors, different types of heads, which is nice. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. There's a ton of different accessories here to formulate the proper flashlight system that you might want. So it's fascinating. I don't know anything about it. Clearly, as you can see me fumbling around with this, I have to kind of play with it to know what I'm talking about. But that's fascinating. If you want to look into it further, you can certainly do so on your own time. May or may not make a video on that in the future. But I want to put this all, well, let me put this all to the side here. Make sure all those parts stay together. But it's fascinating. I like that they show like a very small version too, if you just want like a little keychain thing or something just hanging off your bag. So it's a fun idea. It's just right now I don't know what's going on. I do have to say though, I actually love how these are packaged, right? Individual watch batteries. I think they should do that more often. More companies should do that. All right, so, wow, look at this. That's a great item. No, still in the box. All right, what is going on? We have this, and then we have, looks like a piece of paperwork for that, and this. Let's get this box out of the way. Get some breathing room here. All right, what do we do first? We'll save that last. I think that Lord and Field. All right, so let's check this out. What is this? Beyond Bungee, rope tie down. So, oh, okay, this again is totally Christina. 1000%. Like, I want to see what knife is in these boxes. Christina's like, oh, what is that thing that ties down that? Because she loves all the little details of camping stuff, and she loves like tent things and tent pegs. And God, we got a battle box many months ago with the yellow tent pegs. She still loves those, still talks about them, and is still talking about we need to get more for when we go camping. This she will absolutely love. So this looks like a system that is going to obviously tie down things like tarps and so forth. So let's see, it's as easy as hook, pull and lock, and then there's a trigger release to release that lock for the tension. This is fascinating. I do see some random tools on here. There's a little, looks like a bottle opener. There's a little tiny Phillips on the other side there. We have obviously a little pry bar type thing here, and maybe a rope cutter on the inside of that pry bar. Oh, okay, that definitely helps. Grip surface, 1/4 inch hex, Phillips screwdriver. Oh, I didn't even see the hex. That's down in there. Cord cutter. Oh, cord cutter on the side. Where is that? Does that pull out? Okay. Pry tool, wire stripper. I thought that was a cord cutter. That's a wire stripper. The cord cutter is on the side there. Flat screwdriver and bottle opener. Very fascinating. All right, so let's read this for a second. At Beyond Bungee, we knew we had to go beyond the traditional solutions for cargo management devices. The answer became a line of innovative products that are specifically designed to get the job done. Our products are engineered for maximum quality to stand up to the elements and last. So obviously, like, I'm automatically assuming or thinking a camp scenario because that's been on my mind lately. However, you could use this as a tie down for anything. You know, if you have to tie something down in your truck or put a cover on something. The sky's the limit, right? So multitask with 7 tools. That is fascinating. I'll definitely have to investigate this more in the future, but pretty interesting. Very cool. So Put that off to the side, and we are left with the Lord and Field's Cholula. The Cholula. So is this a fixed blade? Is it a large? It's either a small fixed blade or a large folder, based on the box size. And I need to use my lefty knife here once again, cutting lefty, which is weird. I know you guys do it. I know there's some lefties watching right now. Let's see. Gotta close the lefty too. Okay, success. Not as fast, not as fluent as I'm used to, but it worked. All right. Ooh, I like the way it looks already. I like the way it looks. Looks a little bit like a Nesmuk type design. All right, so we got this waxy paper. And this. Ooh, oh, I love it. Wow, I love these handles. I love like smooth micarta like that. It's got a nice polish on it. I'm digging it. It's not even all the way open. All right, so let's see. We have a nice leather sheath. You know, I like the Lord & Field kind of branding. They do a lot of like bushcrafty type things, which I'm super into. I know it's not everyone's bag. I mean, some people like the tactical side of things, but I just think it's just, I don't know, something classy about all that. The whole bushcraft scene, using leather and, you know, different types of natural materials. I just love the micarta handles on this, and it's super, super smooth. But anyway, let's see, the top snap here is obviously for your belt, so this can just fish right through your belt. Nice wide strap, which is nice. All right, snap that down. Can you get the other snap? No. Okay, and we have thumb brake, and let's open the knife. So, interesting, got the little buffalo here, Lord & Field logo. 440C, it's okay. It's not going to, you know, excite any crazy knife person, but 440C does work. Again, super polished. Well, not super polished, I guess. It's kind of a Scotch-Brite type polish, but very, very smooth in the handle. It feels great. Obviously, it's full tang. I do like the blade shape. Again, a little bit Nesmuk-y, maybe not, you know, as extreme as some of those designs. We have a point, but it is not super pointy. It could be more robust for digging into things, prying, things like that, if you happen to do that with your knife. Yeah, nice little blade trawl on the bottom. Makes it a little easier for sharpening, a little bit of belly here. I like it. I definitely dig it. God, I have so many knife options. I already have like 2 or 3 knives I already decided I'm going to bring when we do go camping, but I might have to throw one to the side that I'm used to. Like I have my my Canadian from Bark River Knife and Tool. I love that knife. I showed that not too long ago in a video. But this is a little similar in blade design, maybe overall size. Obviously, there's differences between the two, but I might swap that out for this just to try this out. Again, 440C is no slouch. It totally works fine. But I mean, what's kind of standing out mostly with this is how smooth the handles are. They're nice rounded edges here. All right, so these shoulders are just like, they're just smoothed out, so it's comfortable in the hand. You know, it's fat enough, because sometimes with these medium-sized knives, you don't want like super skinny handles. Initially, you might think you do, because you don't want it to be like extra heavy or anything, and sometimes it looks better having a skinnier handle. But you want a little bit of girth to hold on to. It's just like, you know, when you're using a knife hard, you want it to fill your hand. When you have a skinny little thing, it moves around a lot, you know? So you don't want it to be wobbling around. Sometimes a bigger handle is better. But yeah, it is a little bit skinnier up top here, so you can really choke up on it and really get a good grip. But that's just nice. I like it. I can't speak to how it works yet, but I'm impressed on how it looks and how it feels so far. So we will see. That's definitely a win for the knife of the month anyway. So this other stuff is pretty cool. Let's get this button snap down here. Make sure to line that up. There we go. Love the knife. Love this knife so far, but that's for a different video. The fishing thing is really cool. I'm very excited to try this. The speed hook. That sounds fascinating. I don't know if this is something. Actually, I thought this was one of those you set it type things where you set it. I guess you could if you hang this off a branch that's hanging over the water. You can. It's like a self-fishing trap, I suppose, a fish trap. And then obviously once you see the branch, you know, is moving around from a distance, I guess you can go over there and assume there's a fish on the line. But you could, I guess, put this just on your line. You just throw this outside the boat or something. I would probably use this boat fishing, so you can get a little bit deeper maybe, and just let it sit there. And all of a sudden you feel a little tug on that, then you know the hook's set. But that's fat. I love just interesting fishing things. Let me know specifically this, because I've been Really trying to get out and fish a lot more lately too, which I'll maybe do a separate video on that in the future. But this is fascinating. So the knife is awesome. This I'm really excited about. The socks I'm actually super excited about. The flashlight is really interesting as well. Christina, I'm sure will figure it out and show me, as well as this thing, the Beyond bungee. She'll definitely play with that. The food is over on the side there, and then this flashlight. What is this? Laser bright. This modular system, that's cool too. I got to look into it, to really again see what's going on there, because right now it's just a bunch of tubes to me. So I have to figure that out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Very cool BattleBox. I think this month was awesome. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. But yeah, let me know specifically about that speed hook. I'm fascinated. And also want to know who out there does a hiking, like serious hiking. Do you hike more than, let's say, 5 miles a year? I like to do little trails. I would not consider myself a hiker by any means. I like to walk trails. Usually a mile is good, because I go slow on a trail. I'm not like trying to use a trail for exercise. I'll exercise separately. It's naturally exercise walking around, but I'm walking a trail like I'm looking around. I'm looking at the mushrooms growing. I'm looking at the trees. I'm looking at bark. I'm looking for chaga. I'm looking at, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to absorb things. I'm looking at animals. I'm listening to birds. So when I'm walking on a trail, I'm not doing 5 miles. I mean, I'm not physically fit to do. I could probably do 5 miles, but let's say like a 10-mile hike, I can't do that. Not right now, anyway. But I'm absorbing it. I'm enjoying that walk. It's a nature walk to me. It's not like a hike for exercise or to accomplish some kind of distance. But I want to know, you guys, if you do hiking and stuff, what do you do? Because I'm sure there's people watching that do like 10-mile hikes all the time, like no big deal. Maybe they do a 20 or 30-mile hike. That's fascinating. I would love to maybe do that in the future when I'm physically fit enough to do that. But for me, it's mostly time management. I just don't have the time. Sometimes it's hard to peel away and just go do something with Christina for the day. But we both love getting out and camping and doing those trails and checking out parks and nature. Just we really enjoy that stuff. So anyway, that is it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a fantastic day. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow with a brand new video, because if you didn't know by now, you should. But I post a video every single day. Every day I do it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it the next day. So if you want to come back tomorrow, I'll have another video for you to check out. Take it easy, guys. See you tomorrow.